I'm commissioner for Precinct 1. My district follows the Travis County line, curls around, and hits the last 2 blocks of Cedar Park. It is a little funky. Very jagged borderline in my department. We don't build many roads because we are totally congested, and Round Rock takes a big hunk of Precinct 1. I do have one tricky one going on right now, Redbud. We have not broken ground on it, but it's taken a whole lot of investigation to get us to where we are. We have a half a mile of Redbud that is county. And why? Because the first part of the subdivisions that are there have septic. Round Rock doesn't want them. So the others are on Round Rock or somebody's water and pipe and wastewater lines. But it's a very tricky area. People coming up from Pflugerville or dropping down to Pflugerville or Austin are flying through it. It's narrow 2 lanes. Round Rock is going to widen Redbud from 1431 all the way down to Gatta School Road, put in 2 lanes each side with a continuous turn lane 2, I think, for safe, because you can't do safe left turns on Redbud. It's just full. It's one of the few north-south lines, and so people jump right on it and fly. We are hoping to bring together the masses to raise the funds to put in free frontage roads along SH 45 so you can get over to Kenny Fort, which is the perfect road to go north-south on. But we don't have free transportation to get you there. That's the section of 45 that does not have continuous access roads. Money is money. But I think if Pflugerville, Round Rock, and the county can get together, maybe we can do something there. But if you haven't been on Kenny Fort, I encourage you to go. Okay, any new people? Oh, I see a new person. New person. Okay. The rules here, this is our interactive part of the class,
okay.
is you don't share this with your neighbor. You're going to look on the back. You're going to find one thing that probably defines what this department does, and then find something that isn't going to be that well known that they also do. But if it says may, maybe, could, skip it. It's probably talking to small county. Okay, we're not one of those. Okay. All right, let's get started so we only have 15 minutes. In your bag somewhere, you have one of these, or you have something that has all our departments on it. And you see that the Commissioner's Court cannot run the life of an elected official. Our only control is money, and that means personnel, furniture, what they need to do their jobs, that's money. They're on their own from us. And you will see that the district judges choose the county auditor, which you say, well, that's a little weird. What do judges know about auditing? The answer is nothing. But they're not required to know anything. They need a really good, somebody who's really good with math, and the statutes auditor. And that, for us, that's Julie Kiley. So they give her her raises, they keep her in office, but they also can terminate her position as county auditor. We're so fortunate. She's really good. She keeps us all in line. She can't report to us because she manages our spending. Is it in the budget? Is it within the law that this is happening? All those sorts of things, she stays on top of that. So road bond stuff kind of comes under her. Moving money around definitely comes under her to say it's the legit thing to do. Because money we bring in for our road bond project has to stay on road bond projects. It can't be moved just because this one road came in under budget. It's not free to go anywhere. It has to stay on road bond. So in your hands, some of you have these cards. In our little time together, we'll start out right here with Frank. And Frank is going to tell us something about a department that we probably know, and then he's going to tell us something on the back of that card that we may not know, and then we're going to guess what department is that. Okay? You got it? Let's go.
Divorce, marriage license.
Okay. And what don't we know? Because one of the things the county does is it gathers information. It's the keeper of information, and there's a whole lot of it.
Well, we all know you carry county records, titles,
Land, all about land, homes. Okay, who do you think that is? County clerk. Okay, and her job, she's got some wonderful, really old documents. Her job is to get them sealed and protected, but she's still got to hold on to them. So when they move to the new admin building, all those documents have to come with her, climate control, and a whole lot of space. And she already feels like she's going to run out of space. Okay, next. Who's got the next one?
Jury selection.
Okay, so this department handles, I have to go to jury call next week. So,
To a certain age.
well, I don't know. If you're not on drugs and you can sit for long periods of time, but you still have to get chosen once you show up. But they're saying set that day aside, I'll go and see what happens. Okay, what else does this department do? Passports, could do passports. Okay, now I think ours does not. I think you're on your own for passports these days. What department? Come on, did they have that yet? Did they have that class yet?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The Justice Center?
Okay, in the Justice Center.
district clerk?
It is.
Which one?
And it's the district clerk. District clerk. Okay, next. Okay.
Manage and operate the county jail, serve warrants and civil papers.
Okay. Okay, well, it's actually be the sheriff. The sheriff, yeah, manages the jail, which is his own ball of tricks.
There's one sheriff, one county, right?
Yeah, one per county. To my knowledge, some are larger than others. And it's always a job to manage your population because there's a lot of liability. It's a hospital. It's a mental health institute. And Williamson County is one that people come and study because we do such great things in our jail, especially getting competency restored in the jail so that they can go have their day in court. Because they're just hanging out because they've not been deemed competent. There's no place you can send them. And so the former sheriff instituted with Bluebonnet Trails restoring competency, mental competency. Okay, next.
Okay, I actually think I ought to do the don't know first.
Okay,
It's too obvious.
okay,
Serves as head of emergency management,
okay.
presiding officer of the Commissioner's Court.
Who is that?
County judge.
Our new county judge is doing a great job. I mean, he is a quick learner. He has jumped right in. He's got a lot of insight. Okay, next. Who's next?
Disperses funds upon the order of the Commissioner's Court.
Okay, and what might we not know?
May also act as the county's Human Resources Officer, Employee Benefits Coordinator, Risk Manager, and Insurance Coordinator.
And that would happen in little counties, okay? Small counties where they're struggling to find enough people to elect all these offices. That are not married to each other or sibling blood relatives, you know, they have to skip all that. Okay, so that is, say it again, who is it? What department is this? Treasurer, and Galveston County voted that out. I don't know how. I don't know who they handed those to. I suspect they were upset with somebody and they just closed that office. Okay, next. Who's got the next one? Okay.
Okay, the first one gives it away.
Well, don't do it then. Don't do it.
Registers voters and they conduct elections.
Okay.
So that's-
Okay.
I wouldn't have guessed this one. And then calculates property taxes for the county.
Okay. In Travis County, the combined jobs are there, both the elections clerk and the What's the other department, guys? What's the other department he was talking about? Collects. Who collects our taxes? And do you know that our tax assessor is one of the most popular elected officials in the county? And he's great. He is great. But he's taking your money and, well, he does it well. He collects it. Do you know that there's an enormous problem with trying to do something with all the money that somebody like our county collects? What bank can accept it? Where do you have to go to turn it in? How do you collect it and turn it in? Collect, document, and then turn it in. It's a big issue. And there are not many of those, what are they called? The trucks that come and get your money and always block the parking places. Yeah, there are not many of those. And so you don't have, your choice is not large in choosing who does that for you. And we have looked at, our treasurer has looked at different approaches to it and can't come up with anything that really works. Okay, next. Who's got the next? Somebody's got. Okay, do another one. Okay, you're going to do another one. Here, do one. Okay, so on the back, you find something that will probably indicate who the department is. If it says may, maybe, could, skip that one because it'll probably be a small county. Okay, and then the one that we probably don't know, they do. Okay, and we'll give you another. Okay, you do that one right now. You've chosen. First one in your hand. Give us something that will indicate what that department is.
As a member of the Commissioners Court, exercises broad policymaking authority.
Okay, and then what we may not know. We can't make laws. We can't do things cities can do, but policy we can do for our properties, for our departments, for our employees. What else do they do? Okay, and I will tell you, you can also chase your passions, and a lot of mine's environmental, and I'm stretched pretty thin on a lot of that, and try to pull that together and then bring things forward to the Commissioners Court to maybe get adopted, maybe influence industry, maybe not, that sort of thing. But commissioners have a broad stretch on what they do. On the court, we're all equal. On the court, we're all equal with the judge. Everybody's got one vote, Okay, next. Who's got another one ready? Okay, go. Okay, go. Okay.
The judge doesn't represent a precinct, does he?
No. He's the CEO of the county, So his face is everywhere. He shows up everywhere. I have him waiting on ladies on Saturday in Marble Falls for opportunities for Burnett Williamson County's fundraiser for Meals on Wheels. And they're called Distinguished Gentlemen. You get elected officials from around the area, and they wait on us, and it's great. And we tip them, and then they turn their tips in as part of the fundraiser.
So the new judge was elected by the commissioners just because he's filling in.
That's right. We appointed the new judge. A new thing for all of us. Had not ever done that.
Yeah, and he goes up for election
in 26, because that's when that terminates. Now, it's a little strange in that somewhere in the law it says that he resigns on the 3rd when the new one is elected. But the vote isn't canvassed. It's not official until it's canvassed, so I think that's wrong. I think the judge shouldn't leave until the vote is canvassed and said, yep, this is the vote. But we'll see. You got an opinion on that? I do. Okay. So it's been interesting, and it's been a delight interviewing all we had some really quality candidates. And I spent 2 hours with almost all of them to get to know them, find out what brings them joy, and I was really looking for someone who was approachable. The pub would be approachable, by the public, and feel comfortable talking with him or her. And we had some hers, So that was good. Okay, next one. Who's got a next one?
I think these are all kind of obvious though.
Okay.
Represents victims of family violence in protective order proceedings
Okay.
and provides legal advice to the Commissioners Court and to other elected officials.
Okay. Who said that? County attorney. That's right. We just had a big award ceremony by all the PDs and the county about a lot of it was violence, family violence, and victims advocacies that we have. We have advocates in almost every department now has a victims advocate group that works to restore the families or help the survivors recover faster. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of deaths. Next.
Represents the state in prosecuting federal felony criminal cases.
Okay, who's that? The DA. And is the DA an employee of the county?
No.
That's the correct answer. They are an employee of the state. It's a little strange, but employee of the state. Now, we provide them with an office, we provide money for staff, computer supplies, all that good stuff, cars when they need, their investigators need, but they are employees of the state. Okay, another one? Do we have any more left? Was that 12? I'm going to need to collect your cards too. Okay, one more? And you got one more. Okay.
Serves as a licensed peace officer and performs various law enforcement functions, including issuing traffic citations.
Okay, who might that be? What department might that be? There's 4 of them, yeah. It's constables, it's constables. They are licensed peace officers, so they join in when needed. Accident management is one of the things they may get pulled into, but they can give tickets. Okay, one more here.
Okay, the obvious one is audits the records and accounts of the various county departments. The less than obvious is forecast financial data for budgetary formulation. Pretty much all of these are pretty obvious.
Yeah, who is that? It's the auditor, Julie Kiley. So this is the popular annual finance report that comes out. Is a great read. This does not put you to sleep. You find out how we spend the money. This teaches you how the county works. And it is award-winning. I believe it's 19 years so far of awards. I wrote her this morning. She didn't have a chance to get to it before I walked in here. Some organization has awarded this for 19 consecutive years. It is a wonderful read, and I look forward to it every year. Any questions for me? Because I think we're definitely out of time. Okay, you're welcome. And I need your cards.